aunt spent 12 years calling me a failure, so I made sure everyone knew exactly what kind of success she really had. At every family gathering since I was 16, my Aunt Patricia had the same routine. She'd look me up and down, shake her head, and launch into everything wrong with my life. When I went to community college, how embarrassing for your mother. When I became a dental hygienist, you clean teeth? I thought you wanted to be something. When I bought a small house in that neighborhood, well, at least you tried. My mother would change the subject. My father would stare at his plate. No one ever defended me because Patricia was family, and you don't cause drama at Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, Patricia glowed. She'd married a surgeon, lived in a McMansion, drove a Range Rover, sent her daughter Madison to private school. Every year, she'd update us on Madison's accomplishments. Honor roll, dean's list, internship at Goldman Sachs, law school acceptance, and every year she'd look at me and sigh. We can't all be high achievers, I suppose. This Thanksgiving, I walked in with my boyfriend Ryan. Patricia's eyes lit up when she saw him. Fresh prey. And what do you do, Ryan? I'm a teacher, 4th grade. Her smile froze. Oh, how nice. Public school? Yes, ma'am. She turned to my mother. Well, at least she found someone at her level. My mother looked like she wanted to sink through the floor. I squeezed Ryan's hand, feeling my face burn. Dinner started. Patricia dominated the conversation, as always. Madison had just accepted a position at a top law firm. Starting salary, $190,000. Some people work hard and get rewarded, Patricia said, looking directly at me. Others just coast through life hoping things work out. I cut my turkey and said nothing. Patricia continued. Madison could have been anything. Doctor, CEO, politician. She chose law because she wanted to make a real difference, not just maintenance work. Ryan's hand found mine under the table. Then my phone buzzed. A text from my cousin James, Patricia's son. Check your email. Now. Mom doesn't know I have this. I excused myself to the bathroom and opened the email. It was a forwarded thread. Financial documents, bank statements. My hands started shaking as I scrolled through. Patricia and her husband were broke. Not struggling. Completely, catastrophically broke. The McMansion was in foreclosure. The Range Rover was leased and 3 months behind on payments. Madison's private school, unpaid tuition bills stretching back 2 years, but that wasn't even the worst part. Madison hadn't been accepted to law school. She'd been rejected from every single one she applied to. The position at a top firm was a lie. She was unemployed, living with her parents, drowning in debt from undergraduate student loans they couldn't pay. James's text came through. She's been lying for years. I can't take it anymore. Do what you want with this. I walked back to the table. Everyone was eating quietly. Patricia was telling some story about Madison's colleagues at the firm. I sat down, looked directly at my aunt. Patricia, how's the house in Shadow Creek? She beamed. Wonderful. We just redid the kitchen. Carrara marble countertops. Cost a fortune, but worth every penny. Really? Because according to these foreclosure notices, the bank owns it in 60 days. The table went silent. Patricia's face drained of color. What are you talking about? I pulled out my phone, started reading. Fifth Third Bank versus Patricia and Dr. Gerald Morrison. Case number 2024 FC 8847. Court date November 18th. My mother gasped. My father put down his fork. And Madison's law job at Morrison and Howe? That's interesting because Morrison and Howe doesn't exist. I googled it. 0 results. Patricia stood up so fast her chair tipped backward. Where did you get those documents? Does it matter? You've spent 12 years telling me I was a failure, making me feel worthless. And the whole time you were lying about everything. My Uncle Gerald's head was in his hands. He knew I was telling the truth. Patricia's voice shook. You had no right to. I bought my house with money I earned. I pay my bills on time. I don't pretend to be something I'm not. Which one of us is the real failure, Patricia? She grabbed her purse, tears streaming down her face. Gerald, we're leaving. He stood slowly, looked at me. I'm sorry, he said quietly. Then they left. James texted me later. Thank you. Someone needed to say it. My mother hugged me for the first time in years. I should have defended you sooner. 2 months later, they filed for bankruptcy. Lost the house, the car, everything. Patricia hasn't spoken to me since, which is fine. I'd rather have silence than another lecture about success from someone who had none.